Yeah. Good evening, Barons fans, and welcome to Barons Bus Arena for the first of two matchups this weekend against the Ohio Blue Jackets. Barons wearing the whites and the red pants, and the Jackets wearing the blues. We are at the Barons Bus Arena for Game 1, and on Sunday at noon we will be playing in Columbus at Chiller North for the rematch, with the Barons traveling south on I-71. This should be a pretty good matchup between these two squads. The first of the year, first of four, I believe, for the year, and first of two this weekend. Barons coming off a couple wins last weekend as they took on the Pittsburgh Stars, and they won back-to-back games here in this arena, winning 6-2 and then 3-1, and had some good play there. Had some first game we had a power play goal and two shorthanded goals and a hat trick by Cal Basil. So some fun play there. The second game just one penalty and a 3-1 victory. So a little bit of back and forth on that one. Now looking for the Barons to continue some good play here. They had a really good weekend in Blaine, Michigan a couple weekends ago. Blaine, Minnesota, excuse me, a couple weekends ago, winning all four of those games in the Tier 1 showcase. And they came back to Ohio and played a little bit of a dud against the Gilmore squad, and then back to regular action after that, and look to make sure they play a high level of game play here against the Jackets in this weekend's games here, starting with this approximately 7:30 start at Barons Bus Arena. Out today will be Loomis and Bradshaw, still out with some upper body injuries, both progressing, and keep you updated as we learn more about their return. In the meantime, we're going to have Slattery starting in goal, and we'll start this one off with Lundy and Basil and Board, with Pusateri and Elliott on the blue line. Jackals will start with Tyler Haley in goal. He's been a very solid tender for the Ohio Blue Jackets this year. So he'll be tough to get one behind. It's 17 minutes on the clock for period number 1. About ready for puck drop. Referee still making sure the nets are ready to go. And the players making sure that their sticks bang against the boards okay. All right, here we go. Lundy ready for the face-off. And he wins it back. Elliott will send it forward. And no call icing on that one. Face off in the Baron zone. And we'll have it, looks like, to Liam's right side. And it's taken out by Basil, trying to get it out of the zone. Takes the man out of play and does get it out of the zone. Nicely done there. Lundy trying to chase it down, no luck. It does go in the offensive zone, and it's pushed back in by the Jackets, they say, so no offside there. Lundy pushes it behind the goal line for a board. And the Jackets trying to move it around. Basil's trying to get there, and he does. Lundy pushes it out, looking for board. Backhand attempt. Good defense there by the captain of the Jackets, Forney, and he'll take the puck and send it out of the zone. Fed on goal here, and Slattery makes the pad save. And now out of the zone to Board. Board crosses the red line, chips it in. Haley will hold on to that one as the Barons have started their switch here as Huffstedler jumps on with Krimbali and Morgan. And it's Stockel and Romstad back. So right wing circle for the faceoff here for Jake Huffstedler, former Blue Jacket, taking the faceoff against his former team and friend Tyler Wilmoth. And it's sent to the boards. And it'll be kept in here by Romstad. Romstad skating it forward, trying to feed it across. Krimbali scores! And the Barons are on the board first. It was Romstad to Krimbali for the goal. And the Barons are up 1-0 with 16:01 to go early in this first period. So good start here for the Barons. Huffstedler will take the face off again at center ice. New line for the Jackets. Stockel trying to get a hold of it, lost the puck there, but picked up by his teammate and trying to keep it in. No luck there as it does cross the line. They'll dump it back in where the Jackets, and Stockel will pick it up behind his own goal line. He'll feed it for Romstad. Romstad up to Krimbali. Krimbali feeding it in, looking for Huffstedler behind him, and now it's Saad getting a shot off, deflected wide. Morgan intercepts this pass and he'll regroup. Stockel with the puck behind his goal line. It's Schutte, and Bradshaw is back on the ice here. So I was wrong about that one. Bradshaw's already back. Good to see that. After a bit of an absence there, now it's going to be Bradshaw picking this one up behind the goal line. He'll feed it back to Krimbali, or excuse me, Oleski, and he'll feed it up and try to get it out of the zone, and they do get it out of the zone, and now fed forward by Schutte. Bradshaw trying to get a hold of it, no luck. It's going to be Radich for the Jackets sending it out, but it's stolen back by the Barons. Schutte now up the right side, crossing the red line. He'll dump it in off the glass, and it's going to be Lundy picking it up in the corner. Semig to Schutte, out to Oleski. Oleski shots, and it's deflected wide. Out to the point, quick shot here, deflected in front. Picked up by, it looks like a couple players, and they throw it into the corner. Semig now trying to feed it back for Lundy. He'll put him in against the boards, and the Bebo for the Jackets will send it out of the zone, and now we have a whistle here. Let's see what this one's for. Not sure what the whistle is, actually. But it's going to be an offensive zone face-off here. Oh, must have hit the bench on the way out. As Bebo was clearing the puck, it must have hit a Jackets player on the way out on the bench here. So it's Keith taking the face-off for the Barons. Bravery out there with them, and Semig as well. And now it's going to be Elliott chasing it to a corner for pinning Galogli against the boards for the Jackets. And now Grimm sends it over to Bravery, who gets to Semig and out of the zone. Across the blue line now, taken down was Grimm, a little headshot there. And now Jackets trying to get out of the zone. They do, but it's going to be picked up by Grimm. They wave off icing here. Grimm feeding it around for, looks like, Elliott, and back to Grimm in the neutral zone and into the offensive zone, picked up by the Jackets. Jackets go back the other way. Shot here blocked by Elliott. Popoff sends it around for the Jackets. Putting it out front, intercepted. And Grimm will backhand it out of the zone and into the offensive zone. And it's Basil trying to provide some pressure in the offensive zone. Wilmoth sends it back for the Jackets. Basil keeps it in. Basil feeding it in front. Deflected, and who's going to win this one? It's going to be Lundy sending it behind the goal line. Feeding it out front for Pusateri. Pusateri stepping up, shot just wide. But he got tipped along the way too. And now it's Popoff for the Jackets setting it into the Barons zone. He takes a big hit. Pusateri will pick it up. Boyd sends it through and out of the zone. Romstadt feeding into the offensive zone. Behind the goal line. Picking it up front, shot, and a save for Tyler Haley off the shot from Lundy. Fed from Romstadt. Next line up here with 12:45 to go in this first period is a 1-0 lead for the Barons. Next line is Huffstedler, Krimbali, and Morgan with Stockel and Oleski. Huffstedler taking his face-off, left wing circle. It ends up on the stick of a Jacket, and they'll clear it. All the way down into the Jacket zone it goes. Stockel trying to win a race and a battle along the boards, bouncing back and forth. Krimbali settling it. He'll take it behind his own goal. Nicely done there. And then loses a handle on it, circles back and collects it himself. Nicely done. Morgan up the right side. Huffstedler across the blue line, trying to feed it to Huffstedler. Battling with a Jacket player. Huffstedler trying to feed it along the boards. Wouldn't go. Now Morgan and Huffstedler. And now it's going to be Saad taking it out of the zone for the Jackets. Krimbali tried to keep it in. And it looks like they're going to call icing or offside here, as it did cross the line. And Morgan taking a little break there. And we'll get the next line up here for both squads. 12:09 to go in this first period is 1-0 Barons. Schutte will take the face off here. And he'll have Bradshaw to his left and Colin Lundy to his right. And Elliott and Wood back. It's the Jackets with the puck up the left side. They'll dump it in. Bradshaw letting that one go, and Forney will grab it for the Jackets, and he'll send it rink wide. Barons able to steal it, and now trying to find their way out of their zone, and it's Schutte with the puck. He'll skate it through the neutral zone. He's got Bradshaw across the blue line with him. Behind the goal line, and it's a battle there. Bouncing off the back of the goal, and Bebo pinned against the boards for the Jackets. Barons now shot. It's in the back of the net. It got tipped. It was Elliott taking the shot, and I think Schutte gets the tip. And it's a 2-0 game. Schutte indeed with the score from the Elliott shot. With 11:29 to go. It's 2-0 Barons. Nice work there. Barons just taking their opportunities, making sure they get their shots off. And they got the tip up there, so not much Tyler Haley can do about that one. And the Barons, nice shot, nice tip there by Schutte. Got a stick just in the right spot. Puck bounced around and went in the back of the net. Nicely done there. Now it's Bravery settling this one in the neutral zone and pushing it into the offensive zone. Semick trying to keep it in, no luck, but in the neutral zone, Pusateri trying to get a hold of it. And he does, and he'll send it back into the offensive zone. It's the Jackets sending it out, though. Intercepted in the neutral zone. Back and forth it goes. And it's the Jackets back in, and Liam Slattery holds on to that one. Shot with just under 11 minutes to go in this first period. 2-0 Barons. Next line up here for the Barons will be Lundy, Stockel, Basil, Board, and Romstadt. Face off to Slattery's right side. It's Tyler Wilmoth taking it for the Jackets, and he'll get the puck himself. Feeding it out front, shot, and it's a goal. And the goal is by Owen Gologly from Worthington Hills in Columbus, Ohio. So right back come the Jackets with 10:49. He actually lives in Jake Huffstedler's neighborhood. It is 2-1 Barons lead. They're not going to go quietly here, folks. Another face-off win for Wilmeth. Stockel sends this one on goal. And it's the Jackets trying to come out of the zone, and they'll make their way. Gologly looking for an option. He sends it up the boards, intercepted, and now Lundy will push it forward across the blue line. And they say offside here. Somebody jumped off apparently, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. And Lundy will send this one into the offensive zone. Ward will chase. Basil in there as well. 10:15 to go in this first period. It's 2-1 Barons. Huffstedler's out there now as well. Doing it for Lundy. It's Basil and Board behind the goal line. And off the glass, Stockel will settle it in the neutral zone. He'll chip it in the offensive zone. They have to wait for the tag up, and Basil does so. Right back in he goes. And now Huffstedler in for a little bit of pressure. They force the icing, and now it'll be an offensive zone face-off with 9:50 in this first period, and they'll finish their change. It'll be Huffstedler, Krimbali, and Morgan with Oleski and Elliott on the ice for the Cleveland Barons. Huffstedler's former teammate Tristan Bebo is going to take the face-off for the Jackets, and it's tied up at the dot, and Krimbali gets a quick shot, and the goalie's got it there. Doesn't know where though, and they blow the whistle. Goalie had it in his blocker and then dropped it into the glove. And here they go again for a face-off. Huffstedler and Tristan Bebo, and Huffstedler wins it straight back. It's going to be another shot here and another hold for Tyler Haley. And the Jackets will send a different unit out there. And the Barons will stay. Huffstedler again. He'll kick it forward. No shot by Krimbali, and another hold by Tyler Haley. Good work here by the Barons, getting able to get 3 shots in a row here. Huffstedler wins it again. It's going to be another shot and another save and a hold by Tyler Haley. He just held still on that one as the puck was under his pad there. 9:33 to go in this first period. It's 2-1 Barons. Huffstedler again at the right wing circle for the faceoff. He'll win it back once more. Now it's Oleski. Shot deflected. And who's going to win the race to it? And in the neutral zone, puck bouncing around. And out of the zone go the Jackets with the puck, and they'll regroup. And they'll dump it back in on Liam Slattery, and he'll send it to the corner. Elliott boxes a man out, and now it's a battle in the corner. Morgan's going to come away with it. He'll feed it up the right wing side for Krimbali to try to win a race, and he does. Krimbali trying to get a shot off, goes just wide. And now the the Jackets are going to leave the zone with it. Popov now, shot just wide. It's going to rim around. Morgan will let it go out of the zone, and now it's going to be Pusateri grabbing it. He's got Wood with him. Morgan still out there. Schutte and Bradshaw, and now it's up to Bradshaw. Bradshaw pushing it in, but Wilmot steals it for the Jackets. And now Slattery sends it for Pusateri, who will take it out of the zone. Pusateri gets bodied off the puck by Wilmoth. And now the Jackets are trying to make some space and regroup and send this one in the neutral zone to be stolen by Schutte for the Barons. Barons out of their zone, through the neutral zone. Bradshaw pushes it into the offensive zone. Just over 8 minutes to go in this first period. It's 2-1 Barons over the Jackets. Bradshaw throws it in front, picked off by Tyler Wilmoth for the Jackets, and he'll throw it into the Barons zone. Wood behind his own goal line. Feeding it up, trying to feed it up to Schutte, no luck. Stolen by the Jackets behind the goal line. Bodied up in front. And stolen by Bradshaw. Nicely done stepping into that one. And puck goes behind the goal line. Bodied off again by a Baron. Nicely done there in front. And Liam has to cover it up as it bounced awkwardly toward him. Now a little battle behind the goal with under 7.5 to go. Nice awareness by Liam Slattery to hold on to that one as puck got deflected from behind the goal line toward the goal. And he made sure not to let that one in. So, next lineup here, it will be Keith taking the face-off, Romstad's out there, Bravery, Stockel, and Semig. Face off to Slattery's right side. And Tyler Wilmoth takes the face off for the Jackets. This time I believe the Barons won that one. Slattery will send it to the side for Semig. Semig behind the goal line for Romstad. Romstad at the hash mark, so trying to feed it out of the zone, no luck. And still battling for it. Shot here and a save, and now out of the zone it goes. Back in the zone, but Semig sends it to the circles at the center of the ice. Tyler Wilmoth picks it up for the Jackets, and he'll send it back into the Barons zone. Stockel will collect it. He'll feed it up to Semig, taken by Saad of the Jackets. Now to Tyler Wilmoth in the corner for the Jackets. Stockel will feed it back for Keith. Keith now will try to take it out of the zone, and it's tipped on the way, and it'll go in to the Jacket zone as it got tipped by a Jacket on the way, so no icing. 6:40 to go in this first period. And Board's going to try to chase this down. Cole Vogt sends it back for the Jackets, and now it's a battle along the boards. Back behind the Barons goal line, opposite corner now. And who's going to come away with it? Romstad in the corner, Stockel in the corner, and it's the Jackets that come away with it, deflected on the shot, didn't make it to goal, went to the opposite corner instead. Board now tying it up, Stockel there as well. Keith looking on, and Romstad the same. Deflected by Romstad, Keith pushes it toward the top of the circle, looking for a pass to the opposite side, and couldn't control it as it was a bouncing puck. Now here's a shot and a save by Liam Slattery. Under 6 minutes to go in the first. Barons up 2-1. Rebound slapped away by Romstad. Jackets still have it though, and they're moving behind the goal line and now feeding it back behind the goal line once more. Looking for an option here, opposite side. Trying to rim it around, and now it's going to be covered up by Slattery, who wisely says let's get a stop here and regroup with just over 5.5 to go in this first period with the Barons leading 2-1. The next line will come up. It's going to be Huffstedler, Krimbali, and Morgan, with Oleski and Elliott. To Liam's left will be the face-off. Huffstedler takes it, bouncing puck, and in front, shot in the hold. Travers got the shot for the Jackets. Puck bounced their way for sure, and they made the most of it, getting a shot off, but Liam at the ready and able to hold on to that one, not allowing a rebound. Huffstedler on Travers for the face-off. Huffstedler wins this one straight to Krimbali. Krimbali feeds it up the boards and out. And it's the Jackets in their own zone now, regrouping, trying to find their way into the Barons zone, and they do. Oleski, Huffstedler, Morgan, and Elliott all getting involved, and now Oleski throws it back into the corner for Elliott. Elliott up to Oleski, and he'll feed it out of the zone. Into the Jackets zone it goes, tips wide into the opposite side, and Jackets trying to get a hold of it in the neutral zone, and now pushed into the Barons zone. Oleski will grab it behind his own goal line, and he'll leave it, and he'll get it back now from a teammate. Up to Huffstedler, trying to settle it. He'll settle it for Oleski, or to Krimbali, excuse me, and now they're going to say offside, I think. Yep. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. So somebody crossed a little early there. With 4:45 to go, it'll be a line change and a face-off in the neutral zone outside the Jackets bench. Board, Lundy, and Basil. And it's the Jackets with the puck here, crossing the blue line. Pusateri dumps it back into the offensive zone. Grimm out there as well. Jackets trying to find a way out of their zone here. And patience, and they do. Radish for the Jackets throws this into the Barons zone. Slattery feeds it behind the goal line. Picked up by the Jackets, and nice job there. Jackets not allowing a clean shot. Basil pushes it into the offensive zone, avoids one man and goes behind the goal line, feeds it back around, and it's going to be the Jackets though taking it out of their zone and into the Barons zone. Shot by Radish and a save by Liam Slattery. Radish looking to see what his options were and felt the best one was his shot and got a relatively high shot. Liam had to reach for it a little bit, but able to hold on to that one. 4:09 to go in this first period. It's 2-1. Barons leading the Ohio Blue Jackets. Tyler Wilmoth will take the face-off for the Jackets against Schutte. for the Barons. Wood is out there for the Barons. And it's Gologly trying to go right to goal. Nice job by Wood, not allowing it. Romstadt, Lundy, Bradshaw out there as well. Shot toward goal. Stick save by Liam, and then he recognized that his stick save was right off the glass and popping back toward goal. So he caught it out of the air and decided to hold on to that one. So face-off coming to Liam's right side with under 4 minutes to go with the Barons leading 2-1. Shooty will take the face-off. Tyler Wimmuth, another former teammate of Jake Huffstethers on several different teams. Oh, what a nice tap out of the air by Colin Lundy. It's going to be picked up by Forney for the Jackets. Nice job by Lundy pushing that one forward. Forney pushes it out of the zone. Cross ice pass to Wilmoth, and he'll get around one player, and looking for a shot. Good effort there by Tyler Wilmoth. He's in the corner, puck in the corner behind him. And now the Barons will pick it up and push it off the boards and try to get out of the zone. They will. And the Barons will have, the Jackets will have to regroup. And the Barons will push it back into the Jackets zone as they get a change here. Semig now feeding it out front, intercepted, and Bravery throws it toward goal. Just wide there. Keith and Semig team up and knock the puck back into the corner, but that's where the Jackets will pick it up and find their way out of the zone. Stockel will intercept it in the neutral zone, trying to feed it back up to Bravery along the boards, but it's taken there by the Jackets, who will send it back in for Stockel to regroup behind his own goal and up the right side, out of the zone. Lost the handle on it there, and the Jackets will regroup in their own zone. Feeding it into the offensive zone, Slattery picks it up off the boards. Elliott gets taken down. I'm not sure what the call is here. There's a lot of chatter going on, but there is a whistle and somebody's going to the box. Let's see who it's going to be. Looks like Zimper for the Jackets is going to the box. So it's going to be a power play with 2:34 to go in this first period. It's going to be a power play for the Barons. So there you see it, 2:34 to go, 2-1 lead for the Barons, and it's a 2-minute penalty on the Ohio Blue Jackets. So they'll put their penalty kill unit out there, which looks to be Gologly, Forney, Wolf, and Travers. And the Barons will put their first unit of power play out there, which will be Lundy, Basil, Board, Pusateri, and Romstadt. So we'll have a right wing circle face-off for the Barons. Lundy will take it. And Travers wins this one back, but Lundy's going to get there first. And at the point, kept in there, maneuvering and intercepted, and it's going to be the Jackets taking it out, but picked up by the Barons, and they'll regroup quickly and get right back into the offensive zone. Board crosses the blue line with it. He'll feed it rink wide. Lundy picking it up. And they'll feed it back to the point, and then intercepted again by the Jackets, and then intercepted by Pusateri in the neutral zone. And now we have a penalty coming up here on Romstadt as he took Travers down pretty quickly, pretty noticeably, with 2:04 to go here. Romstadt's going to the box. And they're going to discuss if that's 2 minutes or more, it looks like. So let's see what the verdict is on that. They're going to call it a hold. So it looks like it's just a hold. So it's 4-on-4 hockey now with 2:04 to go in this first period. For a minute 30, then it'll be a power play, all else being equal, for the Jackets. And it's going to be kept in here by the Jackets, and they're going to actually circle it back into their own zone and regroup. Elliott, body Batting a man off, and Jackets get the puck anyway. Lundy now knocks it off a stick and forces them back out of the zone. Basil pressuring. Jackets behind their own goal. A minute and a half to play in this period, and 56 seconds left on the 4-on-4 hockey. Actually, longer than that, but 50 seconds now left on the first penalty. I guess that'd be right. It'd be now 45 seconds left on the 4-on-4 hockey. And knocked back in the neutral zone here. Barons out of their zone, ranked wide, off the boards. Morgan will pick it up, and Forney able to keep his stick off the puck, so he'll go back the other way. It's Radich with the puck here, and tipped up high and into the netting, as they don't allow him a shot on goal. So 54 seconds to go in the period, 21 seconds to go on the 4-on-4 hockey. Hard to keep all the numbers straight, but we'll get there. Stockel, Board, Pusateri, and Morgan. Morgan taking the face-off for the Barons. Face-off to Liam's left. It's tied up at the dot. And nice stick lift and take there by Board. It's a 2-on-1 for Stockel, and now they catch up. Quick shot attempt by Board. Couldn't get a hold of the bouncing puck. Good look there. Tough ask on that one as the puck was popping through the air. Good look though. Board across the blue line. Back to 5-on-4 hockey in favor of the Jackets. And the Barons recognize it quickly and will spend some time here trying to kill the clock, but then it's going to be the Jackets that steal the puck. And nicely done there, sliding through the center of the ice and not allowing the puck to go through. And now it's a shot by Saad with, it looks like 8.8 seconds to go in the period to tie this one up. It's a power play goal for the Blue Jackets. Oh, it looks like Forney got the goal. I thought it was Saad. It looks like it was Forney. So just like that, it is a 2-2 game. Barons scored the first two of the period, and now the Jackets have scored the second two. Next lineup here for the Barons. Bradshaw, Huffstedler, and Krimbali trying to finish this period off. Puck stays in, and now that's going to do it for the period. So after one period of play, it's 2-2, and we'll probably get a nice cut here. As advertised, a tight game between these two squads. And back to 5-on-5 hockey as we start the second period. Your scoring recap here in period number one. It was Krimbali from Ramstad early in this one within the first minute of play. And then it was Schutte from Elliott on a nice tip in to make it 2-0 Barons with 11:29 to play in the first. And then Owen Gologly scored for the Blue Jackets, and then it was Austin Forney scoring for the Blue Jackets on a power play goal with just under 9 seconds to play in this period. And that does it for period number one. It is 2-2. We will be back in about 8 minutes or so. And we're back for period number 2. All tied up at 2 between the Barons and the Ohio Blue Jackets for game 1 of 2 this weekend. This one at Barons Bus Arena in Parma, Ohio. The Barons scored the first 2 of the first period, and the Jackets came back and scored the next 2, including a power play goal with under 9 seconds to play in the first period. 2 penalties in the first period, 1 for each side. Jackets with 2:34 to go, and just 30 seconds later, the Barons. Goals in the first. Krimbali from Romstad in the first minute of the period, and then it was Schutte from Elliott. Nice tip in by Schutte there. So Liam Slattery will take the pipes on the left. We're going to start how we started the first period with Lundy, Board, and Basil taking the center line, and it will be Grimm and Elliott on the blue line. Here we go for puck drop for number 2, period number 2. It's Elliott taking the puck and dropping it into the offensive zone, running around the glass and to the opposite side. Picked up by Cole Vogt of the Jackets, and he'll send it out of the zone, or a teammate will actually, and now in the neutral zone across the Barons blue line. Barons pick it back up, and Basil will feed it up the boards. Back and forth it goes. Basil waits for the tag up and then feeds it into the offensive zone for Board to take a shot, which is held by Tyler Haley, and a whistle to force a face-off in the Jackets zone. Lundy will take it, left wing circle for the Barons. And he wins it back. Grimm, shot, blocker save, into the corner it goes. Basil trying to body a man off. It's going to be the Jackets taking it out of the zone. Board, though, getting in the way, and he gets forced down. Into the corner, puck at some skates. Kicked behind the goal line where Grimm will pick it up. Grimm trying to send it off the glass. He sends it off the net instead, and it'll be face-off to Slattery's right side here. With 16:11 to play in this second period, it is 2-2, and it'll be next line up for the Barons with Huffstedler taking the face-off. He's got Krimbali and Morgan, and Romstad, and it's going to be the Jackets with the puck, and Huffstedler kicks it to the side on a blocked pass attempt, and Huffstedler will pick it up himself and take it out of the zone, trying to feed it up the board to Krimbali. And all the way across now, and the Jackets will pick it up and try to find a way out of their zone. Stolen here. Rink wide, kept in by Romstad. Goes to goal, tipped by Krimbali. Huffstedler picks it up, shot. Huffstedler again, trying to send it in front. Good saves by Tyler Haley. And now kept by Krimbali. And fed back across for Morgan. And where is it? It's along the boards. It's behind a skate or behind its shin. Huffstedler now feeds it across for Romstad. And it's deflected up into the netting, and it'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Barons. Looks like a full line change for the Barons, and we'll have Pusateri and Stockel as the defenseman, with Schutte taking the face-off, Colin Lundy, and I believe that's Bradshaw. It is indeed. It's the Jackets trying to send it out of the zone, and they do, with Owen Galugly sending it into the Barons zone, and the Barons will send it right back out. They say touched and no icing here, and Tyler Haley will settle it with Forney sending it around for the Jackets. Galugly sends it back into the offensive zone. Tyler Wimble will chase. It's Stockel trying to take him out of play. Pusateri will pick it up for the Barons. Barons feeding it up the left side, trying to get into the offensive zone, and that should be an offside here. Oh, we got Galugly down for the Jackets. It's going to be an offside here, but that's not good to see at all here. Looks like Owen looks to be okay here. He's going to get up on his own. That's good to see. He's a tough player, and he's going to skate off on his own, so good to see that. And it looks like they blew it dead for, not for offside, but for Owen being down and play being around him, so it looks like we're going to have a face-off in the offensive zone for the Barons. 14:51 to go in the second period, 2-2. Schutte sends it back to Stockel, shot, and it's a goal! Schutte to Stockel for goal number 3 for the Barons. So the Barons take the lead with 14:47 to go in the second period. Nicely done there. That's why you shoot the puck, they say, and it was a nice shot there by Robin Stockel, able to find the back of the net. Top shelfer there. I'm not sure if it got tipped along the way or not. I'm not sure if Tyler Hay was screened or not, but Stockel had some heat on that one, able to put it in the back of the net. A nice look by Schutte to find Stockel all alone on the blue line, and he was able to load up and send that one in through. So it's 3-2 Barons. And this one gets deflected to the opposite side. Oleski's going to grab it from Elliott in the end, and it's sent into the offensive zone, but I think they're going to say offside here. Lundy Board and Basil on the ice with Elliott and Oleski. Lundy's going to take the face-off here in the neutral zone. Jackets have it. They'll try to take it out of their zone, and through the neutral zone they go, and it's on goal or near goal, and Liam Slattery reaches up and grabs that and holds on with his glove hand, and forcing the defensive zone face-off for the Barons with that shot. With 14:31 to go in this second period, it's a 3-2 Barons lead, and it'll be a face-off to Liam's right side here. Semick, Bravery, and Keith taking the face-off. And the Jackets have it. Hodges throws it toward goal, gets deflected into the corner for the Jackets. And now Elliott able to pull it back, kicks it to a teammate. It was Oleski trying to get a hold of it. No luck in front, and another goal for, this time by Popov, for the Jackets. Just like that, it's back to a 3-3 game in this second period. 14:19 to go. Jackets again answer quickly. Not the first time they've done that. 14:19 to go. And Popov scores for the Ohio Blue Jackets to even it up at 3 in the second period. Stockel trying to get a hold of it. He's got company though, and that company steals it. It was Travers for the Jackets. Now the Jackets regrouping the neutral zone. They'll dump it back into the offensive zone. Out to the point, top of the circle, shot, and another goal. This time by Wolf. So just like that, OBJ has the lead. 2 back-to-back goals. 13:59 to go in this second period. And it's the Jackets with their first lead of the game. Next lineup for the Barons. Tufstedler, Morgan, and Trimbali against Romich, Gologli, and Sinha. And the defenders are Grimm and Romstadt. Behind the goal line, battling through. Tufstedler pushing through, trying to get a hold of it. Grimm back there as well. We got a penalty upcoming. And who's it going to be on? It's a hold. Looks like I think on Grimm maybe. We'll see. So Barons are going to the box. Not exactly what they were looking for there. So now they're on the penalty kill. And it is going to be Grimm in the box for a hold. So things are going the Jackets' way here the last couple minutes. They scored with 14:19 to go in the period and 13:59 to go 20 seconds later. And now, just a few seconds later, they've got a power play. And they've got the puck. They'll feed it behind the goal line. Wood chasing into the corner. Board there as well. Romstad will grab the puck and he'll rim it around. Trying to get out of the zone, he will. Bradshaw on the ice as well, and it's all the way down where Tyler Haley will settle it for the Jackets defender. Bradshaw pressuring in the neutral zone. A nice stick there by Board, and Board still pressuring, forcing the Jackets back in their own zone. In front of the goal, actually got it off the pad of Tyler Haley, who was in good position. It was the Jackets defender the Jackets player that threw the puck off, and now Sinno's going to get a penalty here for interference. Nicely done. The Jackets not ready for, or they're going to call it roughing actually. So it's going to be 4-on-4 now. Nicely done there by the Barons with 13 minutes even to go in this second period. The Barons kind of drew that penalty by being aggressive here and forcing the roughing. So Lindy, Elliott, Basil, and Pusateri on the ice for the Barons. Wilmoth will face off against Lundy. Wilmoth wins this one. Forney has the puck. He circles around. Elliott throws it toward goal. It's a little bit wide and picked up by the Barons, or excuse me, by the Jackets. And now the Barons are going to chase into their own zone. It's Pusateri trying to get a hold of it. And Lundy trying to win a race here against Wilmoth. And he does. He'll throw it behind the goal to Basil. Basil back to Romstad. Romstad uses the goal to avoid a man. That man was Radich, and now Pusateri across the blue line. Pusateri, shot, save, rebound couldn't be had. Nice defense there by the Jackets. Puck dropped into the Jackets zone. And they'll regroup, and both sides getting some changes here. Bradshaw, Pusateri, Basil, and Elliott on the ice right now. Basil trying to get into the offensive zone. He does. Basil trying to get around a man, then throws it toward goal. Couldn't get a good shot off, but good work to even get it puck toward goal there as he had a player or two to get around. Huffstedler jumps on the ice. And now it's all the way down a rolling puck where Liam's was looking to see if it was icing or not. And it was not, so he settled it. Elliott now moving forward, back to full strength for the Barons. Elliott across the blue line. Krimbali on the ice now as well. Back to Morgan. And Oleski toward goal, trying to look for Huffstedler. Couldn't get a hold of it on the way. Krimbali along the boards. Elliott trying to get a hold of it. Jackets go the other way. It's Oleski defending against Travers. Travers throws it through the blue paint. And in the corner, it's Oleski and a couple players there. Now it's Krimbali taking it out of the zone, trying to send it forward for Morgan. Couldn't get the reach on it. Back to full strength for the Jackets, and Popov forces Slattery to hold on to that one with 10:50 something to go. Looks like 10:53 maybe to go in this second period. It's the Jackets 4 and the Barons 3. Huffstedler, Morgan, Krimbali, Oleski, and Stockel are the 5 Barons on the ice, taking the face-off to Liam's left. Huffstedler wins it into the corner. Stockel will grab it, and he'll feed it up the boards, trying to get it up to Huffstedler. Now he gets it over to Stockel instead. Stockel up to Morgan, trying to feed it in. No luck. Oh, yes, they do get it in. Now Huffstedler feeds it in front for Krimbali. Krimbali throws it toward goal. He draws a penalty. So, tripping call as Krimbali got tripped up, and now Barons back on the power play. So with 10:35 to go, the trip on, I think that was Forney, if I see that correctly. Yes. Forney of the Jackets, Austin Forney in the box for a trip. So back to power play here. Lundy, Basil, Board, Romstad, and Pusateri on the ice for the Barons. With 10:35 to go, down a goal, but up a man for this 2-minute power play. And cleared all the way down. And Slattery's gonna leave this one for Pusateri behind his own goal. And Lundy will grab it off the boards. And to Pusateri through the neutral zone and across the blue line. Now behind the goal line, looking for his options. He'll leave it behind the goal line. Tripped up. They don't call that one. And now rimmed around. It's going to be out of the zone. Rolling puck here. Pusateri will grab it. They'll have to regroup. Into the offensive zone. Picked up. Knocked out of the air by Lundy. Nicely done. They keep it in. And they keep it in again. And now finally cleared by the Jackets with 1:13 to go. And on the power play. Barons feeding it up to Board. Board across the blue line. Shot wide off the glass. Basil will try to settle it. Elliott will grab it. And it's between some bodies. Picked up here by Board. He'll throw it to Romstad. Shot. And maybe saved into the glass. Elliott. And deflected here by Saad. And he'll go into the offensive zone. And stolen by Elliott. Nicely done by Elliott there. 39 seconds left on the power play for the Barons. And they'll start to change up here. Romstad will feed it in. Huffstadler can't keep this one on the boards. Tough ask there as he's coming off the bench and trying to get his body over to the boards as quickly as possible. But Liam will settle it behind his goal. And the Barons will finish their change. Krimbali's out there, Huffstadler, Morgan, Stockel, and Elliott. Elliott will rim it around into the offensive zone. Haley will settle it for the Jackets. Huffstadler lays a check as they clear it out. Back to full strength. Oh no, not yet. 5 seconds left. Jackets still on a kill, but now they're back to full strength. And long pass. Shot and a save and a hold for Liam Slattery. He was ready for the man coming off and seeing the pass go across. Stepped out of his crease, cut off the angle, and grabbed the puck out of the air as the shot came his way. 8:29 to go in the second period. It is 3-4 in favor of the Ohio Blue Jackets. Huffstadler taking the face off here. Tied up. Jackets have it, but now without some pressure by the Barons. Pushed into the corner here. Behind the goal line, picked up by Wood. And now Huffstadler into the corner. He'll push it further toward the hash marks. Picked up now by Wood, who gets it to the blue line. It will be picked up by Stockel across the blue line in the offensive zone. He's got Morgan. Morgan, backhand attempt, wouldn't go. Wood at the blue line, keeps it in. Huffstadler gloves it down. And Huffstadler kicks it into the offensive, keeps it in the offensive zone by the kick. Morgan's shot, it goes into the glass. Might have gotten tipped along the way. And now the Jackets will take it out of their zone. Shot goes wide. Liam will send it into the corner. And Morgan throws a man into the corner. The puck's underneath him. 7:39 to go in this second period. And now we have a penalty coming up here. And it is on Morgan for a cross check. So, Barons back down a man with 7:35 to go. Back to the penalty kill. Down a point here. It's 4-3 in favor of the Jackets, and it's also going to be 5-4 in favor of the Jackets in terms of men on the ice. Zinfer's going to take the face-off for the Jackets, and it was Grimm taking the face-off for the Barons. He's got Pusateri with him, and Schutte and Bradshaw. Out front, tipped, picked up by the Barons, and splitting the defense all the way down to Haley goes the puck. Trying to send that one through was Grimm, but it got deflected off of the skate, and Cole Vogt sends it in deeper for the Jackets. Now intercepted here. Pusateri trying to get it out of the zone, wouldn't go. Good job by Cole Vogt keeping that one in for now. And now it's a battle in front. Who's going to be able to send it out? It's going to be Bradshaw doing so. Haley has to regroup for his defenseman for the Jackets. 1:13 to go on this Jackets power play. Excuse me, the Barons have switched up their lines with Lundy and Basil, Grimm, and Pusateri on the ice. Puck is behind Slattery, and the Jackets have switched up their lines as well. Hodges can't keep this one into the blue line. Wilmoth comes in to help, and it's Basil with the puck, feeding it across, looking for Lundy, but no luck there. It's going to be Sod sending it through, and that's offside here, and the referee right there to see it. So Popov crossed the line, but couldn't get back in time. So no doubt Tyler Wilmoth will take the face-off here for the Jackets. And it's going to be Lundy taking the face-off for the Barons. Romstad and Oleski back, and it's Basil. We've got a penalty coming up, it looks like. We've got an interference call coming up. And it's going to be on the Jackets. Lundy knew it right away. And Wilmoth's going to the box. He doesn't like it, and neither does his team. But Wilmoth to the box with 6:09 to go. So Jackets are down a man. Lundy knew it right away and just stood there. He knew as soon as the Jackets touched it, they were going to be down a man. So it is now 4-on-4 hockey. And the Jackets are going to send out, actually, let's see, what do we have here? All kinds of players on the ice, so let's see what they're doing here. I think it's 3-on-4, but we got to, no, I don't know anymore. Let's see what they do here. Not sure what the scoreboard means. The penalty was 0 minutes. Hard to say. Coach Wilk talking to the referee. We have 5 Jackets on the ice. Don't really know what's happening here. We did have another Baron go to the box, so I really don't know. Looks like Barons are still on the kill here, so much for the 4-on-4. So nice face-off win there by Stockel, and Hufstedler's going to chase it down here. Again, Barons on the kill, and Hufstedler knocks Haley's stick out of the air, and I think he's going to the box for that maybe. Interference. So now Hufstedler's in the box for interference. He knocked Haley's stick out of the air as Hufstedler went by, and they're going to call that interference. So Haley's stick was in his way, and he knocked it out of the way, and they decided that was interference. So I'm sure they don't appreciate knocking goalie sticks out of the way, but also that stick was in his way. So not sure how that's usually called, but it didn't go the Barons' way this time. It is 5-on-3 now, folks. And in front, it gets deflected. Shot here, save made, and now underneath. And they blow it dead here. And the referees wisely get in the way of this one, as Barons didn't appreciate all the activity around their goalie, who was on his back trying to cover that puck up, which was whistled dead. So 7 seconds left on the Barons' first penalty, we'll call it. And 5:42 to go in this period. And then Barons will be back to 5-on-4 shortly, and they are now. That shot went through, maybe a tip attempt, and now it's back to 5-on-4. Basil, shot, save made, and it was a blocker save for Tyler Haley. Basil pressuring. And it's the Jackets across the Barons blue line. And now without pressure, And Basil trying to get us out of the zone, and he will. Good second effort there to do so. Basil across the blue line, keeps the puck. Shot here. Looking for Board now. And Board in the corner collects the puck. Board will just tie it up. 1:05 left on this penalty. And now it's the Jackets back the other way. Board still pressuring. Glove down. Nice job there by Romstad. And then Board will send this long all the way down on Haley. Stick save is the answer there. 50 seconds to go. 5-0 for the Barons penalty. And in the neutral zone and through across the blue line. Tipped into the corner by, or deflected into the corner I should say, not just a tip by Pusateri. It's the Jackets coming away with it, sending it through. Gologly trying to grab it for the Jackets, and he does. Back to Gologly. In front, and bouncing the puck around are the Jackets. Cole Vogt goes down. Tying up in the corner. Jackets still have possession for now. And now to the blue line. Shot here in front, save made. Pusateri will try to get there first. He does. Off the boards, nicely done by the Jackets to knock that down, and now stolen by Pusateri, who will send it all the way down to Tyler Haley, and back to full strength for the Barons. So nice kill by the Barons. Got a couple penalties killed off there. Huffstedler, Krimbali, Romstad, Wood, and Morgan on the ice, and a good save here for Liam Slattery, who had some company around him. It's Nick Radich on the ice in front of him, and Wood over top, just holding on. Looks like it just happened. Nobody's trying to fight about it. Everybody's just holding still there. 3:40 to go in this second period. It's 5-on-5 hockey. We'll see what that looks like. It's been a while. And it'll be a face-off to William Slattery's right side. Jake Huffstedler will take it, and he wins it back. Wood trying to get a hold of it. Huffstedler's going to get it. He'll send it to Krimbali. Krimbali across the blue line with Morgan. Krimbali shot. Rebound can't be had. Nice job by the Jackets to grab it. They'll send it rink wide. Oleski will have it, and he'll try to send it out of the zone. Nice job by Radich not allowing that. And Oleski gets it back, though. Good job there. It's a second effort to get a hold of it. Huffstedler has to hold up at the blue line, seeing Krimbali in the offensive zone. And now the Jackets send it back in. Oleski will grab it. And now Huffstedler behind his own goal. Feeding it up to Krimbali. Krimbali across the blue line, across the red line. And now feeding it to Huffstedler across the blue line. Across past one player. And now it's in the corner where Morgan will try to send it back to Krimbali. Krimbali gets stood up. Picked up though by Oleski. Shot. Huffstedler tips it. It goes into the corner. Krimbali. And Huffstedler behind the goal line. And it's going to be rimmed around for the Jackets. Kept in by Wood. Shot toward goal. Glove save and a hold for Tyler Haley with 2:43 to go in this second period. It's the Barons 3 and the Jackets 4 with the next line up. Bravery, Keith, Semig, Grimm, and Elliott jumping on for the right wing circle face-off. Keith will take it. He ties a man up. He grabs the puck along the boards. And they're able to push it forward, but it's going to be picked up by the Jackets, who send it on goal, and Slattery holds on to that one as the Jackets turn the ice the other way for a face-off in the Barons zone with just over 2.5 to go in this second period with the Barons down a goal. Keith will take the face-off to Liam's left. Keith and Grimm team up to get this out of the zone. Semig and Bravery holds the line. Bravery trying to get the puck, and now it'll be picked up by Sato. Clear it out of the zone. Elliott will regroup in his own zone. Elliott. Shot blocked behind the goal line. Semig trying to pick it up. He gets dumped behind the goal line. Keith now trying to push the puck forward in the blue paint, and it goes in! Score for the Barons! Bouncing, rolling puck. And the Barons tie it up. It's a 4-4 game. Still celebrating the corner. Keith, I think, is trying to figure out, did I get that goal? Keith gets the goal. He's the one that threw it in there. And with 2:01 to go in this second period, it is all tied up at 4. The pressure continues. I'm going to need to turn the page over to keep the rest of these scores, folks. It's already 4-4. 2:01 to go in this second period. Schutte taking the face-off, trying to help the Jackets stay on their side of the line, and he wins it. Bradshaw sends it back to Pusateri. Lundy out there as well. Colin, that is. And Stockel helps the referee identify that as an icing call. And Liam Slattery is going to send this one all the way down. Nice shot there, right across the dot there for Liam. His accuracy is good. 1:51 to go in this second period. And it's all tied up at 4s. Lundy will take the face-off. Bouncing puck, sits there on the dot. Pusateri will step up, throws it toward goal. It pops over the goal, and Schutte will grab it in the corner, feeding it to Lundy. Tied up there. Who's going to win it? It's going to be the Jackets for now. Pusateri takes a man out of play, and Schutte and Pusateri trying to battle for the puck. Lundy as well. It's going to be the Jackets able to clear the zone. In the neutral zone, bouncing puck. And Hodges will feed it into the Barons zone. Stockel will pick it up for the Barons. Rim back around for Pusateri. He'll try to settle the rolling puck and feed it out, looking for Bradshaw. And it's going to be icing here with 1:11 to go. A little bit of discussion here after the play. And the referees say, hey, why don't we go back to our own corners? So 1:11 to go. And it's a 4-4 game. Next line up. Christopher Lundy, Board, Basil, Romstad, and Wood on the ice. And it's Lundy over to Board. He'll feed it up to himself off the boards. And Lundy will pick it up across the blue line. Basil throws it toward goal, deflected into the corner. Didn't make it very far. And now, Basil back to Lundy. Trying to find Board behind the goal line, no luck. Wood trying to keep it in, no luck there either. This is going to be icing if they don't wave it off, and they will leave it as icing. So with 41.6 seconds to go in this second period, it's still 4-4 as the Barons were able to tie it up with an effort goal that rolled the way of the Barons by Keith. So face-off coming up in the offensive zone for the Barons. Lundy takes it back to the point. Shot here, and it's in the goal! It's in the goal! Wood took the shot from the point. It made its way through. And it was Wood making it all the way through. They check to see if anybody tipped it. They say no. So it's a 5-4 lead for the Cleveland Barons with just 36.9 seconds to go in this second period. With Wood notching the 5th goal of the game. Shot from the point there. Deflected around here, and it's cleared out of the zone. Nick Radich will pick it up for the Barons. And in the neutral zone, it's bouncing around. It'll be Wood collecting it in his own zone. He'll feed it up, looking for Board. And it's going to be sent all the way down for an icing call here. Left wing circle for the faceoff coming up. It will be Huffstedler, Krambali, Morgan, Elliott, and Oleski on the ice with just 19 seconds to go in this third period. Bebo on the other side. Huffstedler wins it back. Fly ball through the air there. Let's see. They're not going to say high stick there. They waved that off. Huffstedler trying to get around a man, and now kept in at the line. Shot. It's in the body of a player. Another shot. Rebound. Oh, and it's sent to the side. Huffstedler settling it, throwing it toward goal as the time expires. Good awareness there to throw it on goal. Haley up for the task on that one. 5-4 Barons as we end the second period. Busy period, folks. Here's the recap for you. It was 2-2 after one period of play, and it was Krimbali from Ramstad in the first and Schutte from Elliott in the first. In the second period, we saw Stockel from Schutte. We saw a goal by Keith that rolled in with 2:01 to go, and just less than 37 seconds to go, we saw Wood take a shot from the point to make it a 5-4 game. The Barons scored the first one of the second period. Then it was OBJ scoring 2 goals in a row to take the lead, their first lead of the game, with 13:59 to go. They had a moment there where the Jackets scored 2 goals within 20 seconds and then had another penalty go their way. They were looking good for a while there, and the Barons ended up killing off a 5-on-3 at one point and did not allow a power play goal on that one, and ended up finishing this period in the lead, 5-4. So a lot of penalties in the second period. I believe 7 penalties in this second period, if I counted right, which I may not have. There might have been more. There were some offsettings in there. And Barons finished the second period leading 5-4. So we'll take a break while the Zamboni does its job, and we'll be back in about, I'm going to say, 8 minutes. Welcome back to period number 3 as the Barons lead the Ohio Blue Jackets 5-4 in this very active game at Barons Bus Arena. Two to 2 after 1 period of play. 5-4 after 2 periods of play. And here we go with the 3rd period on this Friday night. Liam Slattery seeing a lot of action, as is Tyler Haley on the other end for the Barons. Liam will take the pipe from the right. Again, we'll start with Lundy and Basil and Board. And we'll start with Elliott and Pusateri on the blue line. And here we go. Tyler Wimmer can take the face-off for the Jackets. Lundy for the Barons. Lundy wins it, and Elliott has it. He'll send it up and into the offensive zone. They'll say icing right away, and it'll be a face-off in the Barons zone. So we'll try it again, this time to Liam's right side. And it's one straight back this time, and a shot here in front. Liam will send it to the side, and it'll be picked up by Pusateri. Will skate it out of the zone. Wilmoth lost a stick, and he'll get a change for the Jackets. And the Barons keep it in for a moment, and they will keep it in. Elliott takes a hit to the head there, but at least high. I don't know if it was head or not, but able to keep it in. Basil does the same on the far side, keeps it in. And the Jackets trying to get it out of the zone. Keeping it in once more is Basil on the near side. Along the boards, they battle for it. And it's going to go behind the goal line now, and the Jackets still trying to find their way out of their zone. And now they will. Stockel will grab it at center line. And they'll push it into the Barons zone. Romstad will get there first. He'll get pushed against the boards. And the Barons, and it'll be Huffstetter grabbing it and sending it back the other way around the rim, where Stockel will grab it. And he'll be pushed against the boards once more. And the Barons come away with it. Out of the zone they go. It's Romstad dumping into the offensive zone. Krimbali to Huffstetter. Huffstetter at the hash marks. Krimbali there, trying to fight through and find the puck. And it's the Jackets sending it out of the zone. Morgan will pick it up. He'll send it back to Romstad, and he'll leave it for Stockel. Stockel switches directions, and he'll feed it up, but it's going to be picked off by Popov for the Jackets. And he'll find his options here. Feeding it in front, tipped, and it's going to be in the corner. And now Romstad will make some room and send it off the glass and out. And they'll say icing here. And it'll be a defensive zone face-off for the Barons. And they'll get a full line change here. Wood, Oleski, Schutte, Bradshaw, and Lundy. And finally they'll pick up the stick that Tyler Wilmoth left a couple minutes ago. Tristan Bebo will take the face-off against Schutte. Schutte has with him for the Barons Oleski, Bradshaw, Wood, and Lundy. Radich with the puck for the Jackets. And Oleski comes away with it. Oleski to Bradshaw across the blue line in the offensive zone. Bradshaw in front. Puck still bouncing, rolling. And the Jackets can't get away with it as Lundy keeps it in and pushes it deeper into the corner. Oleski at the point, along the blue line. Now back to Oleski. And it's going to be Schutte in the corner, and this one bounces up, still there though. And I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in some gear. Maybe it's there. It looks like it's finally cleared. And now the Jackets are going to be able to clear it out of the zone, but glove down and crossing the blue line again is Wood with a shot, and it gets deflected into the netting and out of play. with 13:51 to go in this third period. It's 5-4 Barons, and an offensive zone faceoff coming up. It'll be Keith taking it with Semig and Bravery, and it'll be Grimm and Elliott on the blue line. Bologli, Wilmoth, and Wolf, and Sinha for the Jackets. This one bouncing around, looking for the puck as Elliott finally figures out where it is, takes a shot on goal, and Tyler Haley settles it. And it's rimmed around for the Jackets, stolen by Semig, picked up by Keith. And they'll try to keep it in. Grimm at the blue line, and bouncing, and Wilmoth able to get it out of the zone. Sinha takes it across the blue line, shot, and it goes wide. Saved by Liam Slattery. Now this one's sent out, and no icing here. They wave it off. Haley settles it, and it's picked up by Bravery. He'll send it behind the goal line. Nobody there for the Barons, and it's the Jackets that pick it up. Stolen by Keith, though. And now in front, and it's the Jackets with Tyler Wilmoth collecting it in the neutral zone. Wolf across the blue line into the Barons zone. Rimmed around behind the goal line, out front for Cole Vogt, and then it's behind for Cole Vogt, and Saad with a move behind, between the legs, able to put it top shelf. So Vogt to Saad for the tying goal for the Jackets. With 12:49 to go. Pretty looking goal there if you're a Jackets fan. Next line up, Lundy, Board, and Basil. Shot on goal here, rebound, Board, another rebound. Oh, Lundy couldn't get the shot to go. Now it's Stockwell defending, and they've got numbers to the Jackets. Shot, and it's wide. And it'll be Lundy picking up the puck, and he can't get it to go. Second effort, he does. Nicely done there. Up to Board, across the blue line. Shot here, deflected wide behind the goal. Lundy takes a stick with them of the Jacket. Stockwell settles it at the line. Lundy back to Stockwell as he made some room. Nicely done there. Pusateri steps up at the hash marks and feeds it behind the goal line. 12 minutes to go here in the period. Basil in front, shot, and it's a save by Tyler Haley. Into the corner it goes. Jackets trying to find their way out. They do. Into the Barons zone. Pusateri defending. Into the corner. Huffstedler into the corner to help with Board and Pusateri. And we got a penalty coming up here. Let's see who it's on. He's trying to figure out who it's on. Referee's angry about it, and it's the Barons going to the box. So Pusateri is going to the box with 11:35 to go for some sort of hold on the stick, I guess. So Barons back on the kill. It's 5-5 in this third period. It's Romstad taking the face-off. Lundy, Basil, Wood out there with them. Romstad tying it up in the corner. Wood. And Wood's going to come away with it behind his goal line. He'll try to feed it out to the point, and nice job there by Basil getting to that puck to knock it out of the zone. And the Jackets have to retreat to their own zone, and behind their goal line, it's Austin Forney with the puck. Basil pressuring, Lundy pressuring. And Lundy got a stick on that, but Wilmoth able to keep the puck and enter the zone. And this one gets rimmed around and out of play as it hits the netting with 11 minutes to play in this third period. All tied up at 5s with 1:24 left on the Barons penalty. The referees were discussing and the players were discussing whether or not the puck was tipped. And either way, it's going to be in the zone. Oleski takes the face off. The Jackets get it and keep it in at the blue line, and now it's knocked out. Nicely done by Lundy. Colin Lundy. Bradshaw out there with them. Bradshaw will take the puck. And he dumps it into the offensive zone further. Elliott and Oleski, the defensemen. 1:08 to go on the power play for the Jackets. Forney. They'll leave it for Wilmuth. And now Travers takes it into the Barons zone for the Jackets. Oleski pressuring behind the goal line. Jackets trying to find their way around, and it goes behind the goal line once more. Rimmed around, Wilmuth will keep it in. Forney at the top of the circle, and he scores. Power play goal for Austin Forney. Oh, it's Saad that tipped it looks like, so Forney gets the assist on that one. So with 10:14 to go, Huffstedler wins that one, and it's going to be Krimbali sending it into the offensive zone, and Morgan and Huffstedler out there, and now it's Grimm. Oh, Krimbali didn't tag up in time, they say, so Huffstedler and Krimbali were in there and in the zone, and they were trying to tag up and trying to time that one. And neutral zone face-off. Huffstedler looks to have won that one as well, and now across the line. Stockel throwing it in front, and it goes through. Huffstedler to the corner, bodies a man off, ties it up in the corner, and it goes further past the goal line and now out of the zone. Stockel kicks it, goes into the Barons zone. Grimm will pick it up. In the neutral zone, Huffstedler has it. He feeds it across for Krimbali. Krimbali has some players around him. Krimbali feeding it in, still able to get a piece of it and send it in for Huffstedler. Feeding it in front, but picked off there. Huffy looking for Morgan, and Huffstedler still in the offensive zone, and the Barons didn't see it as they crossed the line, so another offside call. And next change up here, 9:20 to go. Barons down 5-6. Lundy, Board, Basil, and Romstadt, and now Wood with the puck. Wood throws it just wide of goal into the offensive zone. This one's sent all the way down, and Wilmuth winning a race, getting to it at the line, and now stolen by Romstadt. Good hustle by Wilmuth. Board across the line and gets past the player into the corner. And now Romstadt in the corner. Basil will pick up the puck. And he'll feed it back. Boyd slows it. Wood gets it. Throws it toward goal. Tipped in front. Tyler Haley's just going to cover it up. And now 8:43 to go in this third period. It's 6-5 OBJ. And the Barons will send the next line out. And it's Colin Lundy with Bradshaw and Schutte, Pusateri, and Elliott. And another whistle here as that one goes out of play. And we'll try it again from the right wing circle for the Barons. Lundy sends it back. Run it straight back to Elliott, who took a shot. It got deflected in front. Elliott again. Oh, wouldn't settle for him. Tried to pull the shot forward, and it would not go. Cole Vogt pushing this forward for the Jackets, but stolen back by the Barons. Now back and forth it goes. Saad in the neutral zone. Saad feeds it into the offensive zone. Barons trying to get to it. Pusateri gets pinned. Elliott grabs the puck. He'll leave it for Pusateri. He'll feed it up for Lundy, kicking it forward for Schutte. Schutte out of the zone. He's got Bradshaw in front. Across the blue line. Feeding it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw in front. Tips it toward goal. Picked up by the Jackets. And now it's a delayed penalty here. And it's going to be a Barons power play with 7:53 to go maybe. Hard to see the clock. And Cole Vogt is going to the box for interference. So, Barons on the power play. And it'll be Basil, Morgan, Lundy, Board, and Romstad on the ice. And the Jackets rim this around. Board trying to pick it up in his own zone. He does. He's got company. And Romstad will have it. He'll set it up behind his own goal. And now Basil across the blue line. Leaves it for Board. Romstad to Lundy. Back to Romstad. Throws it into the corner for Morgan, I believe that was. And now back to Morgan. The Board of the blue line. Romstad into the circle in front. Basil, trying to get a shot off. Wouldn't go. Rolled off his stick as he tried to take the shot. Slattery will settle it in his own zone. Jackets steal it here for a moment. And now Barons have the numbers and they take it back. A minute to go on the power play. Romstad has it. Basil across the blue line. Leaves it for Morgan. Brink wide. Off the boards to Board. Board around one person. Throws it behind the goal line for Morgan. Morgan rims it around. Basil looking to see what he has to work with. Romstad sends it to Basil. Now back to Romstad. Across. Wood to Romstad. Sending it through. Looking for Krimbali. Krimbali slows it and connects, and now Board has it at the blue line. Intercepted here. Krimbali gets a piece of it and sent all the way in. And now Morgan calling for it from Slattery and gets it at the blue line as the Jackets run a change, but they couldn't make good on that one. 8 seconds left in the power play, and Slattery has to settle it. He'll leave it for Elliott. Elliott to Huffstedler, who has Stockel, Morgan, and Krimbali with him. And back to full strength of the Jackets. Stockel across the blue line. Stockel behind the goal line in the offensive zone to Elliott. Top of the circle, shot in front, deflected a couple times. Huffstedler looking to see what he has to work with. Goes behind the goal line. Feeds it further behind the goal line. Too many blue sweaters there. And Bradshaw, though, able to deflect it for a while and keep it in the zone, and then it finally pops out and into the Barons zone. Settling it to Stockel. Up to Bradshaw across the blue line. Bradshaw to Huffstedler, shot. Deflected wide. Huffstedler throws a body and knocks a player or two into the boards, and it's the Barons settling it. Elliott in his own zone. Elliott across the blue line, has Schutte. Schutte, shot, wide, deflected. Oleski and Keith defending, and this one goes off the side of the goal as Bebo takes a shot for the Jackets. Out front, and Liam gets a stick on it and sends it to his teammate. Barons out of the zone. Oleski across the blue line and kept it for a moment, and now it's Radish sending it to Bebo into the offensive zone. Bebo couldn't get a hold of it. Wood will take it. Wood feeds it back for the Barons to Oleski. Oleski to Lundy, and he'll circle back toward the boards. Lundy across the blue line. Shot, glove save and a hold for Tyler Haley of the Jackets with under 4.5 to go in this third period, with the Jackets leading 6-5. Barons will have a left wing circle face-off with a 1-goal deficit. Schutte will take that face-off. He's got Keith to his right, Lundy to his left, Oleski and Wood back. In the corner, it's picked up by the Jackets. Jackets out of the zone, picked off. Schutte waiting for the tag, and he gets it. Jackets back out of the zone, into the offensive zone. Popov, shot, and a save by Lundy. By Liam, who holds on, and then Oleski is defending. It's under 4 minutes to play in this third period. And the Barons down 5-6. Christopher Lundy jumps on to take this face off. He's got Pusateri to his left at the moment. He's got Board and Romstad in there. Shot here by the Jackets. Basil out there as well. And nice tip there by Lundy. Deflected it and then tipped it forward to the blue line, kept in by the Jackets. It's Tyler Wilmoth in the corner for the Jackets, tied up by Romstad of the Barons. A couple more come in to help. There's 3 Barons in there. Who's going to come away with it? Lundy does. He's got Wilmoth chasing him, but Lundy's got the puck. Off the glass, kept in at the line, and now Barons able to take it out. Shipping it into the offensive zone is Lundy. They picked up by the Barons and taken behind their own, by the Jackets and taken behind their own goal. Right back into the Jackets zone. Saad with a shot, and Liam Slattery with a save and a hold. 3:13 to play in this third period. It's 6 goals for the Ohio Blue Jackets and 5 goals for the Cleveland Barons. Next line up here, Jake Huffstuther will take the face-off. He's got Stockel out there with Elliott, and it's Krimbali and Morgan as his forward line mates. Tied up at the line, and Krimbali comes in to grab it. He feeds it across in front. Stockel feeding it to the opposite side, trying to pick it up as Morgan. And they do get it out of the zone finally, and now off the boards, and Huffstuther pushing it into the offensive zone off the boards. Huffstuther collecting it. He'll feed it across for Elliott. Shot. Blocker save. Huffstuther will get it back. He'll feed it back to Stockel. Stockel trying to feed it in. Huffstuther tripped up, and now it's back to, is it back to Stockel? No, it's picked off by the Jackets. And the Stockel trying to chase it in, and they say icing here. And an offensive zone faceoff coming up here with 2:39 to play in this third period. Still 6-5 in favor of the Ohio Blue Jackets. Huffstuther taking the left wing faceoff, having a little conversation along the way with his teammates. Krimbali on the left, Morgan on the right, stepping inside the circle. Forney sends this all the way down. They're going to say icing, and we'll try it again from the same spot. Austin Forney for the Jackets threw that off the glass high, and it went over everybody's hands and heads, and all the way down for icing. Huffstuther wins this one to Krimbali, who sends it back to Stockel, and it's out of the zone as he threw it back to Elliott. Elliott to Stockel, they'll regroup. Stockel will send it in. Krimbali will chase. Huffstuther trying to win a battle here, and he's fighting along the boards, still battling behind that flag that we can't see here. And now Stockel feeding it in. Huffstuther still battling. And now it's going to be the Jackets in. And pulled away here. Huffstuther will feed it up to Krimbali. Krimbali across the blue line. And the Jackets are going to feed it back out as the Barons are on the change. Saved by Liam Slattery. Big save there as the Jackets were able to move between a couple players and have a pretty close-up shot there. And Liam up for the task. Jackets finish their change with Lundy, Oleski keeping it in here. Wood, Basil, and a save here for Tyler Haley, who throws it on top of his glove after the whistle goes. Basil, Board, Lundy, Oleski, and Wood here, and it looks like we might have a timeout. So with 1:31 to go, Barons are down by 1. 6-5 the score in favor of the Ohio Blue Jackets. It's been a back and forth game here. 2 goals by the Barons to start in the first, 2 goals by the Jackets to tie it up in the first. Then it was Barons. Then it was 2 for the Jackets. Then it was 2 for the Barons. Then it was 1 for the Jackets. And another for the Jackets. Seems like it's the Barons' turn. We'll see. Just over a minute and a half to find out. Penalties have slowed. The last one was with 7:53 to go in this game. Teams have settled into hockey. Slattery puts on the bucket, heads back to the pipes on the right. We'll see if he stays in there. Down the goal. Lundy will take the face-off. Board, Basil, Elliott, and Romstad on the ice. Jackets have it. They'll rim it around. Romstad stepping up. Roma sends it into his own bench, and we'll have a face-off on the right side now. So Tyler Wilmoth of the Jackets trying to feed it out of the zone, but one of his teammates has a glove touch it on the way. One of his teammates on the bench reaching over. So Wilmoth versus Lundy again. Lundy. It's tied up there and then sent back to Austin Formey of the Jackets. Elliott keeps this one in front for Board. Board maneuvers around, shot on goal, save and a hold for Tyler Haley. We'll have a left wing circle face off here with 1:15 to play. And now, Liam Slattery steps off the ice, and Krimbali steps on for the 6th skater for the Cleveland Barons. Empty net for the Barons. And the Jackets send it around the rim, bounces awkwardly, and it's going to be picked up by Elliott in his own zone as he settles it. Krimbali now. Now the Barons will try to set it up. Clogged up center here. Into the offensive zone, Basil. Feeds it back to Board. Across to Elliott. Elliott now. Shot. Deflected. Good block by Tyler Wilmoth of the Jackets. Bouncing puck here. Another stick goes flying. And this was a long one, and it goes bouncing into the empty net. And a goal is called as the Jackets make it a 7-5 lead on the empty netter. And it looks like it's Austin Forney with an empty net goal with 45 seconds to play in this third period. So Liam back in goal. Hufstedler's going to take the face-off. Krimbali and Morgan. Huffy wins it. Stockel will pick it up. Terry out there as well, into the corner. Hufstedler will feed it back to Stockel. Toward goal, tipped on goal, and a save. Morgan got a tip on it. And it's out of play. Maybe, let's see, they blow it dead. Might be icing, hard to say here. 32 seconds to play. And we'll have, it looks like an icing and an offensive zone face-off. So 75 is the lead for the Jackets. Hufstedler taking the face-off against Tyler Wilmoth. Wilmoth kicks it into the corner. Tied in the corner. Hufstedler and Krimbali in there. Hufstedler comes away with it briefly. Hufstedler throws it back for Krimbali, but it's going to be picked up by the Jackets. They'll chip it out high into the neutral zone. Stockel takes the man out of play, and Kusateri picks it up, and now we're going to have another penalty called, I think. Let's see. Or is it? Let's see what we got. Referee's still unhappy. Might be interference, I'm not sure. So with 8 seconds, we're going to have something. And Morgan just left the ice. So I think it's Morgan with a penalty. Liam Slattery with the save with 0.2 seconds to go. And they'll run it. So that's how we're going to end this one, 7-5. Good game. And unfortunately, the Barons on the wrong side of the scoreboard here. After an empty net goal, puts them down by 2 as time expires. So your goals for the Barons were Krumbali from Ramstad in the first, Schutte from Elliott in the first, Stockel from Schutte in the second, Keith in the second, and Wood in the second. Slattery had plenty of good saves, plenty of good shots by both sides here, and it ended up a 7-5 Ohio Blue Jackets win over the Cleveland Barons. So, a lot of friends on the ice there. Jake Hufstedler knows he played with about a third of this team, if not more. And some other players have played together before too. Semig and Haley there in the center of the ice. Hufstedler surrounded by some players that he's played with for either knows or played with or both, and some of them that he's played with also already heading off the ice as well. So some good friends on the other side of the ice, and they'll have a rematch here, this time in Columbus at Chiller North at noon on Sunday. Barons look to right the side of the scoreboard on that one as they have the rematch game in Columbus on Sunday. So 5-7, your final score in favor of the Ohio Blue Jackets, and we'll see if the Barons can get the fix for that one on Sunday. Thanks for watching, and have a great night and a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Sunday at Chiller North.